All right, so what I'm going to look at in this video is nets. Okay, and what nets are is kind of a 2D shape or pattern or template like this that you can fold into a 3D shape, okay, or a 3D solid. So let's say this net here that I have cut out, if I fold that up, not perfect, but you can see that if I fold this up, I've got a 3D shape. I've got a, what we might call a cuboid. All right. So there's our kind of 3D cuboid and our 6 sides. And if I cut it up and flatten it out, that's what I've got. Okay. So this is the net of my cuboid. Okay. The net of my 3D shape. All right. I can be asked to do a couple of things with nets on the course. The first thing is you can be asked to draw one. Okay, so let's say looking over here, I'm asked to draw a net of this cuboid. Okay, so it is 8 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 4 centimeters, and I want to, like I said, just draw this equivalent for this shape here. All right, they could ask you to draw one kind of exactly kind of 8 by 4 by 3 and to use the dimensions on the diagram. But I would say what's more likely is that they want you to draw roughly to scale. Okay, so it might have to be perfect, but kind of roughly in the scale they've got in the diagram. So what I would do, seeing as in my copy and seeing as in an exam, I've got boxes like this. I will use these boxes to help me draw this net. Okay, so I've got 8, 3, and 4. So I'll kind of use 8 boxes, 4 boxes, and 3 boxes as my dimensions, and I'll use that to draw the shape. All right. So what I will do is I will start with this side up the top here. Okay, so that's the first one that I will draw as part of my net. So this top of this cuboid is 8 by 4. All right. So let's draw kind of 8 by 4, so 8 boxes down. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 8. Now, like I said, you're using the boxes in your copy, but I would still use a ruler, and I would suggest doing this with pencil. Okay, I'm using pen so you can see it better. The pencil doesn't show up too good on the videos, but I would say pencil is the way to go here, just in case you make a mistake. So there's the top of this box, the 8 by 4. Okay, now what is attached to the top of that if I was to kind of flatten this out and make it into a net? Well, we can kind of see this. Okay, this is 3 by 4, and this would be attached to kind of this end of it, so down here. All right, so let's draw our little kind of 3 by 4 front of this shape. And there, it's 3 by 4. All right. Opposite to this, on the other side of the shape that I can't see on the 3D diagram, there will be another side identical to this up here. So let's draw that up here. And again, that one would be 3 by 4. The diagram is kind of not to scale here, kind of that they've drawn, but I'll go 3 by 4. All right, so there's that one. What can I see on this side of the top of it? Out here, I see a side that is 3 by 8. Okay, so let's go 3 boxes out here. 3 out, 3 out, and I'll join those up. All right. Over here then, that I can't see, I've got an identical side to this one. Okay, so another one which is going to be 3 by 8. So let's draw that out here. All right, and then a cuboid like this has 6 sides. So the one we're missing is the one on the bottom of that 3D diagram, okay, the one that will be opposite to this side, okay. Which side is that connected to? It could be any of them, okay. So let's say, like, if you connected it along this line here, it would still fold under and be on the bottom. If you connected it up there, it would still fold under. If you can, so you could draw that kind of bottom here, 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 and the diagram will still be correct. I'm going to draw it out here just because I have the most room, and it will fit out here. So the bottom of this shape is going to be identical to this one, so it's going to be 8 by 4. So let's go. There's my 4. And the 8. All right, and there's the net of this shape here. All right, what I might just mark on is some of the dimensions. So this is 8 centimeters. This one here is 4 centimeters. And this one here is 3 centimeters. All right, and then just to kind of, if I call this side 1, that's where side 1 is. If I was to call this side 2, it's out here. If I was to call this side 3, it will be out here. Okay, kind of side 4, 5, and 6 we can't see in this 3D diagram, but here they are. And then, sorry, I made a mistake there, so 3 would not be there, would it? 3 would be down the bottom of this shape, 3 will be here, sorry. All right, so kind of this one, and this one are kind of hidden in this 3D diagram that they've drawn us, okay? So if you're asked to draw a net, something like that, all right? Like I said, I would use the boxes to kind of make sure your thing is to scale. And what's important here is I've got the 3 here and the 3 here, because when I fold this shape up, if I was to make this into a 3D shape, they would be opposite each other, okay? This one and this one need to be the exact same side because they will be opposite each other. When you make the 3D shape, you're folding this up and you're folding this up, so they need to be identical, okay? And we see it has the same shape as this one that I had cut out myself, okay? And if I fold this one up myself, albeit it's a little bit rickety, we see that the sides opposite each other are the same, and it is forming a cuboid. It's forming a 3D rectangular solid. All right, I'll just do another example over here of drawing a net of a cuboid again. So this time, what's marked on? So I've got 6, 3, and 3. Okay, so the kind of bottom of this and the top of this are 3 by 3 are going to be a square. All right. Let me see, which one will I draw first? If I draw this side here, which is out the front first, okay, so this side here would be 3 by 6. Okay, so let's draw a 6 by 3 rectangle here, and that can be my front here. So that's 6 by 3. Now, what's beside that I can see? It's one that is 3 by 6 as well, okay? So one that's identical to it. So it's also going to be 3 by 6. And this one up here, the top, well, on the bottom of the shape I have marked in that the bottom is 3 by 3. So the top must be 3 by 3 as well. Okay, so remember this is the one I'm drawing here, this is the front. You can kind of mark in that this is side 1 and this is side 1 if you want, if that helps, and that this is 2 and this is 2, and you can call this 3 and put 3, as I said, up here. Okay, so it's going to be up the top of this one. So that's 3 by 3. So it's going to be a square up the top. And then the ones I can't see. Okay, so opposite to 2 over here, so attached to this side of side 1 will be another one which is 3 by 6. So let's put another 3 by 6 over here. 3 by 6. Okay, so that's this side over here that I can't see. Opposite to side 3 down the bottom is going to be another square one of 3 by 3, so let's mark that on. 3 at the top, so I'll just number 3 there. And last one then is the one on the back of the shape, okay? So the one I can't see at the back, that's going to end up opposite 1, okay? Now, when I drew this one over here, I put that side over here, but I was saying then that time that I could also put it here and it would still fold around the back. I could put it up here and it would fold down here and still be opposite 1, or you could put it here, okay? So just to make this one a little bit different, I might put it down here, okay? Because if that's the bottom and you were to fold up from at the back there, it would still kind of close the shape and be opposite to 1, okay? So this last one, as I said, this last 6 by 3, which is opposite 1, you can put it up here, over here, over here, over here, and depending on where it is, you just fold it up or across slightly differently, but it will still end up closing your shape and being opposite 1. So as I said, I'll put it down here, and it is 6 by 3. All right, again, I would just put some dimensions on it. So this is 3 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters, and this is 6 centimeters, okay? So if you're ever asked to draw a net, that's what you're doing, okay? So look, if the dimensions are ones you can use, like 8 centimeters and 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters, you can measure off 8s and 3s and 4s using your ruler. Or if you want to use the boxes just to get it to scale, that's fine as well, all right? But there's 2, so they're both nets of cuboids. They look slightly differently, but they will still fold up to give you the 3D rectangular solid, the cuboid. As I said, just use a ruler when you're drawing these. I would say use pencil for when you're doing them. As I said, I'm using pen just so it's clearer on the video. And then put a couple, so if there's dimensions on the original 3D diagram you're asked to draw the net from, just put those dimensions onto your net to show where they would be. All right, if this numbering of the sides like this helps, put that on as well. All right, so that's how you draw the net of a cuboid. All right, a cube will be similar. With cube, you have more choices for what it looks like, but I would say make it look like this is probably the easiest one to draw. All right.